It is a Sunday evening. Wei Ming, 41, senior engineer, Sengkang. He is sitting at the kitchen table looking at his phone. A message from his lawyer. Tomorrow is completion appointment. The sale is done. 4-room BTO in Sengkang. Bought in 2014 for $340,000. 12 years lived in. His son grew up there. The flat grew too. Sold for $600,000. Wei Ming opens the calculator. 600 minus 340. 260,000 in gains. 12 years, he thinks. This is real money. Finally. The next morning, the lawyer puts a piece of paper in front of him. Cash proceeds to you, $47,400. Wei Ming looks at the number, then at the lawyer, then at the number again. Where did the rest go? Today we answer that question with exact numbers, not estimates. Because this happens to the majority of HDB sellers in Singapore, and most of them find out at the completion table, not before. Before the numbers, the rule that governs all of it. When you sell an HDB flat in Singapore, the sale price does not go straight to your bank account. There is a fixed sequence, set by CPF board and HDB, that decides who gets paid first. Outstanding housing loan is cleared first. Then, CPF principal withdrawn plus accrued interest is refunded to your CPF ordinary account. Then, agent commission and legal fees. Whatever is left, cash to you. That sequence is why 600,000 became 47,400. Let us go through it on Wei Ming's exact numbers. Step 1. The outstanding loan. In 2014, Wei Ming took an HDB concessionary loan of $272,000, 80% of the purchase price. The HDB loan rate, 2.6% per annum, pegged at CPF OA rate plus 0.1%. It has not changed in years. For 12 years, he paid approximately $1,300 a month in mortgage installments, entirely from his CPF ordinary account. He never saw the money leave his bank. It left automatically, invisibly, every single month. By the time of the sale, his outstanding loan balance, $153,000. 600,000 minus 153,000. Remaining proceeds, $447,000. Still looks like good money, but it is not his yet. Step 2. The CPF refund. This is where the real calculation happens. When you use CPF ordinary account savings to buy a property, you are pulling money out of a system where it was earning 2.5% per annum compounded. That is your retirement money. The CPF board says you may use it, but when you sell, you return every dollar you took plus every dollar of interest it would have earned had it stayed in your OA from the day you withdrew it. This is called accrued interest. It is not a penalty. It is not money that disappears. It goes back to your CPF OA. But it is not cash in your hand on completion day. Wei Ming's CPF withdrawals over 12 years. Down payment of $68,000 at the start, plus monthly mortgage contributions of $1,300 times 144 months. That is $187,200. Total principal withdrawn, $255,200. Accrued interest on $255,200 over 12 years at 2.5% compounded monthly, approximately $91,000. Total CPF refund, $346,200. 447,000 minus 346,200. Remaining 100,800. Still not done. Step 3. The grant nobody remembered. In 2014, Wei Ming and his wife received an additional CPF housing grant of $35,000. It was credited to their CPF OA and used toward the flat purchase. He thought of it as a gift from the government. He stopped thinking about it after year 1. Here is what he did not know. Every CPF housing grant, EHG, PHG, AHG, any grant, is returned to CPF upon sale, with the same 2.5% accrued interest from the day it was used. $35,000 over 12 years at 2.5%. Accrued interest $11,890. Total grant refund $46,890. 100,800 minus 46,890. Then agent commission at 2%, $12,000. Conveyancing lawyer, $2,800. HDB administrative fee, $80. The option fee, $5,000 paid by the buyer when signing the OTP, is also counted as part of the sale price and refunded to CPF first, not kept as cash. Final cash to Wei Ming's bank account, $47,400 out of $600,000 after 12 years. He sits in the car park outside the lawyer's office. He pulls out his phone and types a message to his wife. 47, not 470, just 47. 3 dots appear. Then, that can't be right. It is right. And it happens every single day at HDB completion appointments across Singapore. Now, why Wei Ming did not know this number before that morning? Around 80% of HDB buyers service their monthly mortgage entirely through CPF, zero cash outlay. The government designed it this way to make housing accessible, but an invisible payment is also an invisible debt. $1,300 left Wei Ming's CPF OA every month for 144 months. He never saw it in his bank statement, he never felt it as an expense, and every single dollar that left his OA started compounding at 2.5% from that day forward. Over 12 years, $187,200 moved from his OA to HDB without him ever consciously spending it. Then it came back at the completion table as a number he had to return. And the accrued interest figure itself, it is not written on the flat. It is not on Property Guru. It does not appear in the loan statement. That number lives in exactly one place, the CPF Home Ownership Dashboard. SingPass Login. Home Ownership tab. It shows the exact principal withdrawn and the accrued interest accumulated to today's date. Most Singaporeans open that dashboard for the first time 2 weeks before completion. Do it tonight, 7 minutes. The number you will see will be the most important financial number you have checked this year. Here is why it compounds so fast. Take $200,000 of CPF withdrawn at purchase. At 5 years, accrued interest $26,282. At Wei Ming's 12 years, roughly $63,000. At 25 years, the refund obligation grows 85% above the original principal. You withdrew $200,000. You returned $370,000. Not because the system punished you. Because 25 years of compounding at 2.5% is mathematically unstoppable once it starts. There is one thing Wei Ming could have done differently while he still owned the flat. The CPF board allows any member to voluntarily return CPF principal back to their OA at any time, in any amount before selling. It is called a voluntary housing refund. Every dollar return reduces the base on which future accrued interest builds. If Wei Ming had refunded $30,000 5 years before selling, he would have saved approximately $8,000 in accrued interest at completion. $8,000 more cash. Most HDB owners have never heard of it. It does not appear automatically anywhere. You have to go to the CPF website and look for it. The families who are most shocked at completion are those who bought cheaply in the early 2010s, used maximum CPF for everything, and are now selling in 2026 at a large headline gain. The gain is real, but the accrued interest had 15 years to build. Now a situation that is harder than Wei Ming's. Neela is 56, secondary school teacher. Toa Payoh, 22 years in the same 5-room flat. Her husband passed 3 years ago. Her daughter lives in Tampines with the grandchildren. The flat is too large now and too far. She decides to sell. $745,000. Loan fully paid off years ago. No outstanding balance. She sits at the POSB branch on a Wednesday afternoon and tells the officer she plans to downsize, buy something small near her daughter, and use whatever is left from the sale to supplement her income in retirement. Her CPF refund? $280,000, principal plus $112,000 in accrued interest. Total $392,000 back to CPF. She plans to use that CPF money to buy the 3-room flat in Tampines. Here is what she did not account for. For CPF members aged 55 and above, housing refunds do not go straight to the ordinary account. They go first to the retirement account to top it up to the full retirement sum. The full retirement sum in 2026, $220,400. Neela's retirement account was short of the FRS by $140,000. Her CPF housing refund of $392,000 goes into RA first, $140,000 locked for retirement payouts, before the balance of $252,000 moves to OA and becomes available for the next property. She thought she had $392,000 to work with for her next flat. She has $252,000. This is not an edge case, it is the law. CPF Board confirmed it in a written parliamentary answer in January 2026. The question was raised specifically about divorced Singaporeans above 55 who sell their flat by court order and discover they cannot afford another home because the refund went to RA first. If you are above 55 and planning to sell, open your CPF dashboard and check your RA shortfall before you sign the OTP. That gap between your current RA balance and the full retirement sum is money that will not be available for your next property purchase. Now Farhan, 38, IT manager, Punggol. He bought a 4-room BTO in 2019 for $420,000. 5-year MOP completed 3 months ago. The flat is worth $605,000 today. He read articles about accrued interest. He thought he understood it. He thought his CPF withdrawal was small because he only remembered the down payment. On a Tuesday evening after dinner, his son asleep, he opens the CPF home ownership dashboard on his laptop for the first time since he collected the keys. Principal withdrawn, $273,000. He expected around $84,000, the down payment he remembered paying. What he forgot, 5 years of monthly CPF contributions at approximately $1,560 per month. That is another $189,000, plus his EHG grant of $40,000, which also accrues interest. Accrued interest on everything over 5 years, $37,800. Total CPF refund, $310,800. If he sells now at $605,000, minus outstanding loan of approximately $278,000, minus CPF refund of $310,800, minus selling costs of $15,000, cash proceeds $1,200. $1,200. From a $605,000 sale. To upgrade to a condominium, the mandatory cash component for the down payment is 5% of the purchase price. On a $1 million unit, $50,000 in cash. CPF cannot substitute. Farhan does not have $50,000 in cash. He has $1,200. He needs 3 more years in the flat. The upgrade is not impossible. It requires a completely different plan than the one he had last month. He closes the laptop and opens a new tab. He sets up a $500 monthly transfer into Singapore savings bonds, 2.11%, government guaranteed, redeemable any month. He then goes to the CPF website and schedules a voluntary housing refund of $3,000 every 6 months. Each refund reduces his CPF principal and slows the accrued interest accumulation. In 3 years, his cash position improves by over $20,000. His CPF refund at sale drops by another $6,000. He does not sell tonight, but he knows exactly when he can and how much he will walk away with. The plaid exists. He just needed the real number first. Wei Ming is in the car again, not the car park outside the lawyer. 6 months later, he is driving to the new flat, smaller, 3-room in Hougang. The RA of him and his wife, funded. The OA, enough for the down payment. The cash, tight, but not gone. The renovation cost $45,000. He borrowed $18,000 from his parents and will repay over 18 months. Not the plan he imagined, but a plan. He has one note in his phone that he typed that day outside the lawyer's office. He has not deleted it. The flat was worth $600,000. We were worth $47,000. Know the difference before you sell. He does not blame the system. The system is what it is. CPF board is transparent about every rule. Every number is on the dashboard. Every mechanic is documented. He just did not look. He will look every year now. The number on Property Guru is not your number. Your number is the cash that reaches your bank account after the loan is cleared and CPF takes back what it lent you. Because that is what it did. It lent you your own retirement savings. And when you sell, it collects. Most Singaporeans hold over 80% of their net worth inside their HDB flat. That flat is not just a home. It is the retirement fund, the upgrade budget, the safety net. But there are two completely different figures: the market value of the flat and the cash you walk away with. For Wei Ming, the gap between them was $552,600. That is not money lost. It is money in CPF, available for the next step, earning 2.5%, waiting. But it is not cash. And cash and CPF are not the same thing. What is your real number? Open the CPF Home Ownership Dashboard tonight. Write down the accrued interest figure. That is the number that will change how you plan your next 10 years. And if you want to understand how that number affects what you can actually afford next, condominium, resale HDB, or something else entirely, that video is next. Subscribe so you do not miss it.